what's up, guys? It's Dark Ascension here, and it's like what 10 in the morning? I don't know. I recorded this video like maybe yesterday, either yesterday or the day before, but I wanted to do some commentary on it because it was my fastest nurse game, and I was actually quite surprised, really just by the plays that the survivors are making. I heard a noise over by the killer shot, but I head over here. Alright. Yeah, there was no need to blink right there. She was going to try and 360 me. I don't know. Survivors are becoming extremely reliant on 360s. Don't care about my totem. Where to go? I'm gonna head over this way actually, since Clint is already running towards me. Anything that I say in this video as part of the voiceover is stuff that I was saying when I made this video. Is just that my audio wasn't recorded, so this is just me doing the same voiceover. Of course, I figured out that Quentin was the type of survivor that likes to run into Nurse when she blinks, so it was easier to get him down. And again, survivors keep trying to 360 me for some odd reason. Okay, so that is like my first time blinking out of the basement without any problems. I'm actually quite proud of myself. Come back over here to kick the generator. I thought Nia would have been dumb enough to come back to the that generator, but I was wrong. Now, I don't want to camp Quentin, so we'll just head over here to this gen. There's nobody over here. Well, I guess I'm gonna head back over there. Hey, Dwight. And hello, Quentin. I'm gonna just slug Quentin. I don't want to tunnel him. Plus, he might have DS anyway. Kinda knew you'd run into me. So anyway, while all this chaos is going on, that must be distortion, because I can see Quentin on the ground, which I shouldn't be able to see. So I don't have Deerstalker, so I'm assuming that Nia has distortion. And of course she ran into me. Had she kept running, she would have been cool. But yeah, I think Nia has distortion, because when she was healing Quentin, I could see his aura, but not hers. The ways where distortion works against you, you could say. There's a lot of situations where that perk will just work against you. In my opinion, it's not a good perk, just because there's so many problems with it. I'm a slug Quentin. Dwight just came off the hook, so I'm gonna slug him. I'm gonna hit Kate away, or at least try to, just to get the free hit. At this point, I don't know like which survivor I'm picking up would be considered tunneling, so I'm gonna just go after Quentin since Dwight is a fresh hook. That's strange. Why did she run over to Dwight? She should have ran over to Nia. Had that Kate been smart, she would have just ran to Nia, took Nia off of the hook, and then her and Nia could have picked up Quentin, or Nia could have ran and she could have picked up Quentin. Gen jockeys, you don't expect them to be this good at, or you don't expect them to be good at this rank anyway. No, I don't think that rank is everything. Of course, it's reliant on your skill as a player. But at the same time, rank does somewhat go hand in hand with your skill level. I'm not going to say that it completely depends on your skill level, but it does go hand in hand with it sometimes. And judging by how these guys are playing, they do play like your typical purple rank, you know, rank 8, rank 9, rank 10 survivors. And I did not know that Nia was up there, by the way. The only reason that I knew that she was up there, or the only reason that I even went up there in the main building to begin with, is because there was nowhere else to go. That was a waste of a pallet. I shouldn't have lunged right there. I think this was the only loop that gave me a little bit problems when it came to blinking. And Dwight wanted to play a little bit safer. He still wasted the pallet, but I can't say anything because he's looping around it okay-ish, I guess. I still hear him. And you ran into me. I shake my head at him because he keeps running into me every time I blink. Alright, is this a glitch? Because I know there is a survivor on that generator. It has to be a glitch. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't see this the first time, but there's something weird is going on. And it's happening a lot in more of my game sessions lately, where when I play as killer, for some odd reason, survivors' auras, or really the survivors' boxes, are like solid boxes. And the generator doesn't completely cover that survivor's aura up. Like, I'm not supposed to be seeing survivors. And of course, I went this whole game without hooking the cape at all. So, that might be a loss for me. I see scratch marks right there, but I don't see her. Check this locker. She's not in there. Look around. You know, now that I'm doing this voiceover and I'm actually watching my own video, I just realized something. She could have been hiding in the other locker at the end of the T-wall, or at the end of that long wall. Sucks to be me. Oh well. I still did pretty good in my opinion for this game. It wasn't a bad game. It was just my fastest one, and it surprises me. Build details. Strider, so I hear people when they're in pain. Nurses calling, so I see people healing. Barbecue and chili, so I see people when I hook a survivor. And Hex going to slow the game down. Though that didn't do much slowing down this time. Alright, decided to add another video in here because I realized that the video length was a little bit short, being that it was 8 minutes, and I wanted to make it worth your guys' time, seeing as though recording sessions are getting a lot more or less frequent. I'm still working on a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is an old video. This is like older than the one that you guys just got done watching. But, you know, why not do some commentary on it? And that was a bad blink. A lot of these, you know, I'm still getting used to nurses' blinks, and it's still weird. I'm not going to say that it's easy, especially on PS4 or console in general. Had I swung earlier, I would have definitely hit him there. Decided to like fake the blink because he was right here. And he decided to be dumb and heal right there. I don't know why he decided to make that move, but it's whatever. I'm going to put you right here, actually. Same build as before, nothing different. See if I can teleport over here, get some sight on higher ground. But yeah, the build is the same. It's no different. For the most part, my experiences with Nurse comes in two things. One, because of how she is on PC. Of course, like, she's way, easier to learn on PC and a lot more lenient with the controls because of PC and the FPS cap. But on PlayStation or Xbox, it's going to be significantly harder to learn Nurse. I should have hit him right there, but I don't know what happened. And Nia ran into me. We also got a toxic flashlight, so I'm gonna be on the lookout this game. Of course, when you got that one toxic survivor that's like, hey, chase me, chase me, chase me, you generally want to ignore that survivor. And here's two reasons why. One, if they are good, if they are a good survivor, they're going to irritate you until you tunnel them. And this makes for a bad play of the killer. Second reason is because the main reason why you don't want to chase that survivor is because if you're already in a chase, why sacrifice a chase with an injured survivor to go after a fully healthy survivor who also has a flashlight, which means that they have a chance of actually getting away. Whenever I play Survivor or I play Survivor Friends, a lot of my buddies, a lot of the people that I play with, and some of the randoms that I even run into, they love to be toxic. Don't know why. That's irrelevant. But what generally ends up happening is that the killer ends up tunneling that survivor the whole game. I'm pretty sure some of you guys who play Dead by Daylight and watch gameplay of it daily have seen it happen, where the survivor could have irritated the killer maybe even slightly, and it could be from something so small as like taking out the killer's totem to something as big as teabagging the killer and flashlighting the killer multiple times. Whatever the survivor did to piss the killer off, the killer is now inclined to ruin that survivor's gameplay experience. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that tunneling or camping is fair. And that's coming from, somebody that plays Survivor and Killer. Now, before I continue on that point, actually, if any of you guys want to see any of my Survivor gameplay, please let me know. Because I thought that Survivor gameplay was just boring unless you needed to, like, I don't know, I guess, unless you needed to, like, learn something that was important, like how to counter Ghostface, or dealing with, Hex Ruin and that type of stuff. Those are videos that are already put up, but videos similar to that. Oh, also, that Ace had dead hard for some odd reason, I don't know why. There's nothing that you can really do about dead hard, except, if you're playing as Nurse, there's nothing that you can really do about dead hard unless the survivor you're chasing is walking up, like, it's like you're walking on their back basically to try and bait it out. But even then, because of how slow Nurse is, the survivor will outrun her. Dead hard isn't a perk to really worry about with the Nurse unless it's like end game. The main reason I say that is because during the game, it doesn't matter if they pop a dead hard or not, because you're gonna get them eventually. I was looking for a toxic flashlighter, but didn't see them, so decided that it was safe to hook Nia. We're gonna go interrupt that generator, because that's the generator where I see somebody is on. And Dwight has spine chill. He either has spine chill or premonition, because he wouldn't have known that I was looking at him unless he had those perks. One of them, anyway. If you pay close attention to your gameplay, and he ran into me, that's nice. If you pay close attention to your games as Killer and Survivor, it's really easy for you to discern what perks which side is running, which survivor is running, or which killer is running. It's very easy. And I don't know what the heck was that. I think that was a shadow glitch. I don't know. Okay, we're going to talk about this. Self-care. Now, if you've been playing Dead by Daylight since release, you would agree, just like most veteran players, that self-care is one of the worst survivor perks in the game due to how slow you heal and how inefficiently you're healing at at the speed at which you heal. You take into account stuff like Thanatophobia, Sloppy Butcher. Self-caring isn't even worth it. Also, most killers use Nurse's Calling, so that's another reason why self-care is a bad perk. Also, that ace just hasn't learned his lesson yet. I can ignore a pallet. Okay, he made a good play right there by double backing. Now, that's the smart way to double back. Make the killer think you're going in one direction and then you go in another. Okay, so there goes his dead hard. And down he goes. Hey, there's the toxic flashlighter. I'm gonna just ignore her. She's not trying to take hits. I know where she is though. But first, let's try and get Nia down. See, now that was what was supposed to happen at the beginning of the game, except like when I first ran into the doorway, I don't know why I didn't blink through the stairwell. It was weird. I guess I didn't charge it long enough. It was just one of those things. This is the same Nia, mind you, that wants to try to be toxic, and I'm putting emphasis on that. There's nothing toxic really going on. Especially since she made a dumb play like that to begin with. And an even dumber play like that. So, to end off this game session properly, I think that I should put her in the basement. Basement plays are some of the hardest plays to counter as a survivor. Puts a lot of pressure on survivor groups. It's not impossible, and it's not out of the realm of possibility, whatsoever. But basement plays make it so much more tasking on survivors to complete objectives because there's no other exits out of the basement. You have one exit, that's it. The killer can block it pretty well, and in terms of like Leatherface, Leatherface, Trapper, and Nurse, it's extremely difficult to get out of the basement. Specifically against those three killers. Extremely difficult. I'm gonna teleport up here just so I can see if there's any survivors anywhere. There should be only the ace left, I believe. He ran into the basement. I think it's better for me to walk down there. Yeah. It was a better idea for me to walk down there. And I forgot that he had dead hard for a second. This is the puzzling thing. Why did he run back into the basement? Smooth move. I would rather leave this Nia on the ground because most people that play like her have DS, but I don't care. It's the basement, so she's not going to get very far. She did have DS. You know, since she decided to be toxic, I'm going to be toxic. You know, just shake my head at her and hit her. Do unto others as others would do unto you. And that's the game. If you guys like the content on my channel, then hit that subscribe, and if you like this video, then hit the like button. It helps. Catch y'all later.